course. I got to be able to get out there versus Snake. I got to be able to use shield to survive for long periods of time when Snake wants to get handsy or go for like up tilt or something. And then, of course, speed too, just to push you out of position of your grenades.
You know, speaking of lean, these two got the Diesel Gamer lean going on. They are actually eating the screen. They are up close and personal looking at this. But for Kome, like, you got to get intense with it. You see how Kome is refusing to just jump in, throw out nairs, throw out fairs. He understands he can't do it without a game plan behind it. So he's waiting for Omart to hopefully budge first out of losing patience. That's the only way he's going to get the hits, because otherwise, there's no reason for Kome to swing. He's going to get, you just going to get traded on.
That's facts, and patience is a big part of both of their, I feel like both of their game plans, but obviously more so on the perspective of Omart. Omart, of course, very well aware that not the biggest lead right here, and I do like this from Kome just to open up with the Buster. Say, hey, look, it's okay if we go for some trades. Just know that I'm going to take a lot. You're going to take quite a bit, if not a little bit more.
Yep. But one time I do win neutral, I'm going to even it up.
That's
and
facts.
This one already is kind of showing the telltales of what could be a long run, but actually, see, now that's where he's doing it right. He wins advantage. As soon as advantage is done and the turn's over, he resets.
Yeah, let me just back off.
Omart also, by the way, I'm applauding the patience, because it's easy in this spot to want to hold forward. Like, it's like, okay, if you're not fighting me, I'm going to go fight you. I'm getting tired of this. But Omart is playing to the win condition very well right now.
That's right. He understands I cannot allow this guy to get close at all, because I know exactly where I'm going once he hits me. These percents are starting to get high. A lot of what Shulk is going to do is these mid to later percents are going to push me off stage. He's going to turn green, and he's going to get real mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, get stuff smashing. This is what I've talked about before. Going for the shield just to stop some of those meteor options up close.
Yeah, and dealing with ledge traps as well with shield is so much better, because Snake is so good at that, but he catches him in the weakness where Snake is all the way up in the skies. Disadvantage don't mean a damn thing, because jump is always going to find you even if you recover high with the Cypher.
No doubt about it. Omart right here kind of struggling a little bit, and this is tough right now. Now you got to get up close and personal, and this is kind of the game that he wants to play, but wait a minute. Don't walk into my trap, he said. I got you covered. That C4 got the job done in a big way. Still a bit of a deficit, but much better than a whole
That was good
lead.
on Omart, too, because what the stock up at kill percent, Kome was going to play the trade game. He's like, okay, now I can run you. Now I can rush out to you. I'm going to get the damage out while I can. And Omart said, hey, no, stupid.
No. He said, back it up, player.
It's really a really intense, like, neutral going on. I know that there's not much like interactivity happening. I'm sure that it's not the most entertaining thing to look at, but it's the optimized way to have to deal with the matchup. Because if Kome runs in a bunch for no reason, that's it. He's gonna get destroyed.
Yes.
And Omart is playing it without overextending at all, but that damage is starting to go in favor of Kome. It's going to be on Omart soon to have to do something.
That's right, and even on the subject of like getting up close and personal, like even if you go for like a parry or something on Shulk, chances are he's so long that yes, you got parry, but I'm going to come and get you. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to play that game up close. I can see your swings coming a mile away. Pretty hard to be ambiguous with your swings when you're Shulk. You're literally swinging, just clearing out half the stage. I know you're coming. It's just a matter of when. Nothing off the back. You're trying to catch him on the cross if they're off of his dash attack. Love that a lot.
Yeah, and Kome is doing an amazing job at actually like forcing these short hops so he can get the backers that he wants, finding these aerials, and that time going deep up, like going up towards him, but Omart saw through it, just going and snapping to the ledge. That back is going to connect again, this time only 46% attached to Kome.
And I love that patience too. Just laser, like, you're not going to expend the option. You're going to stay on Cypher as long as possible. You're going to try to do your air dodge so you can get away from me. Hold this back here.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere, my friend. Omar right now in a pretty unfortunate position, but still sticking to the game plan at hand, even despite being in a deficit, because most snakes, when they're in the deficit, they kind of switched up a little bit. But he's like, no, I'm going to hold strong. I'm going to still make it as difficult as possible for you to approach, and I'm going to hold it to the very end.
Yeah, now that we approach the 3-minute mark, things are no longer as easy as just holding back now. Now Omar has to find more opportunities to approach. He did get the grab before, and he's actually been getting a lot of hits, like just good straight hits on Kome, and Kome wasn't ready for the adaptation, and Omar gets the stock.
Sometimes less is more in the neutral. Sometimes you do it to yourself. I say it once, I'll say it again. You let a person do something long enough, they'll definitely tell themselves on where they about to go. Clean stuff right there from Omar. Love that corner control. There's an aspect of Snake sometimes that we don't really get to see a lot of, especially in a matchup like this where both sides are kind of just going to stay on one side of the stage and just kind of just try to force, almost like a Pokemon match, if you will. They're just on one side of the Pokeball, just in the middle, you know what I'm saying, not really doing too much.
This turn-based RPG we're watching right now. Your turn, not my turn. Your turn, not my turn. Except neither one of them are actually hitting anything.
That's right.
And hopefully you rely on one to finally connect. There we go. There's a dash attack. Kome, although he was able to get the lead before, as all of a sudden in a much scarier spot because Snake's going to kill him a little earlier, especially while he's waiting for that Smash Manado to come back.
That's right, looking good here, but has certainly looked better in other points of this match. Now has the grenade right there for coverage. He said, look, if I'm going to eat it, you going to eat it too. Okay, that's how this going to work. I'm not going to let you get too much. Okay, grenades on deck. Not cooking them as much anymore, too. Just throwing them willy-nilly. And I feel like Kome's adjusting just a little bit. Yeah, toss them my way. Best believe I'm going to throw them back.
Yeah, Kome right now just playing the object cover game. Finally decides to crack going in. Goes for a forward throw to set up stage position. And now covering many options at ledge, but shield once again active. Like we said before, it takes away the ledge trap essentially.
Oh, and then just the looming threat of the smash art at the ledge. Didn't stay in it for too long because these percents are way out of whack. And of course, to be that close on Snake, everything's a kill option. Up tilt, forward tilt, all types of stuff, you name it. You don't want to deal with it, okay? Switching back over to speed, which is the better option. Of course, using the footwork mechanic to get through the minefield that is Snake.
Omart not budging there either, just waiting, holding shield. This is now approaching the 1 minute mark. Up tilt is online to take him out. Kome can't really do anything. He was hoping to cap a panic air dodge in off of that first hit of F tilt.
Almost. Didn't quite give it to him yet, but the back throw gets the red stuff. Okay, he's going to go to jump. Of course, he's going to try to get way up there and get him. Nothing off the up air. The C4 on the coverage. Oh, now you're off of your feet. That
wave bounce saved his life, man.
It did.
Oh my god, 113 to 147 run. If he comes up, literally any mistake by Kome equals the game. But no! Yo! I said it earlier. Oh my god, what a coverage by Kome. Get you someone who appreciates you as much as Snake's, as much as grenades appreciate Snake. But Kome with a very worth pop-off. Look at Omar. He is cracking up. It's like, yo, I got him stressing, and that was game one.
Look, man, anybody that wears their sunglasses on their collar like that, they're stress-free, bro. They're just, it's a vacation to them at that point. He was like, that's cool. That's one game. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple more games upon us. Now, that match, of course, going down to the wire for obvious reasons. Two very slow-paced characters, depending on the matchup. Unfortunately enough, we found those two characters pitted against each other, but there's certainly a lot to break down. The utter just resilience, the brilliance you have to have as Kome to watch how you swing versus Snake. You got to swing big. But every time I swing, he's going to have a grenade in his hand. So I got to swing just ambiguous enough for him to drop that grenade, but also just in his face enough for me to connect so I can find these openings. That's such a tough thing to do.
If anybody was questioning why we said earlier, if you hadn't seen this matchup before, why this is such a just an annoying matchup for Shulk, you're seeing it played out 100% right here. I can only imagine Kome's reaction while he was watching the bracket and then he looked up at stream and saw Omar be sharp. Probably tossed the chair, like, come on, man.
Like, man, please, somebody beat Omar. I don't want to have to deal with this, especially after how well he played in the crew battle yesterday. I don't want nothing to do with that. But unfortunately, he finds himself here. Now, does find himself a bit of a lead, but again, cannot swing as well as he wants to. Buster on deck trying to eat that shit up, trying to put some percent on board.
Yo, who picked Banjo's music for this goofy match? who did it?
Dude, okay, I'm glad somebody's talked about it, man. Some matches just need better music. I'm going to be real. I like Banjo as a character. His music can kick him. I say he can kick him.
It's almost fitting. Like the entire, they're waiting forever to actually hit. It's just like a whole goofy mini game going on right now. But 81% to 101, 65 to 100. Omar has less room to run compared to last time. And they cut the gap close here by not having to deal with Kome hiding from him as much. That also kind of plays against him a bit because of the way that Kome was walking up with these back airs and constantly connecting on him. He's got to showcase why he cut this range off and make it work.
That's right. And I love what I'm seeing from Kome, too, man. He's cutting off a lot of range, but most notably staying more towards the middle of the stage, swinging big because he knows, look, he's going to stay in this corner. Not as much room here to hide physically like you talked about, but even if he decides to jump through the platform, I got Nair, I got forwarded. I can go for the coverage. Great parry. Unfortunately enough, a little too far away to turn it into something, but again, Kome, of course, not pushing the advantage into the corner, staying either towards the middle or back into his respective corner. Speed on deck, though. Grenade online.
Up tilt online, the C4 is over on the side too, and Kome just waiting it out, and then he catches him again. Kome is so good at recognizing when either a grenade pull will happen or when you're just going to get caught slipping, not recognizing that I'm going to go for this.
That's right. Oh, and he's got him off his feet here. This is a part of the matchup we haven't really seen too much. We did see one capitalization on it in the last match. Cardinal slacking up there, of course. We've all been on the receiving end of that more times than we'd probably like to admit, myself included, okay? But you know what, though? I think Omar's doing a really good job of trying to keep this match as grounded as possible, making him think twice, maybe three times about how he's going to swing. He said, look, all I need is just a slight thought. I mean, the minute it hits my brain, I'm going to swing, especially if I got the smash art online. Clean stuff from Kome.
Also, another thing that we didn't really get to see much in the other games that we're seeing now is Kome's advantage state push. Yes, like, he is constantly going after the juggles now. And now up 2 stocks to 1, excuse me, 3 stocks to 1. This is easy for him to play the trade game. He can just rack up damage onto Snake as he rolls in, kind of flung out of his seat a little bit there. There's like, I swear it was on the other side.
That's what they all say, right? That's what they all say. I swear I wasn't anywhere by that C4, and then boom, you get blown up. Now Buster's on deck here. He's about to eat this shield up and try to put on as quickest percent as possible. Omar not having any of it. The B reverse underneath the platform right here has everything set. The grenade in front of him, C4 on top. Of course, has everything else just right to himself in the corner, not allowing him to come in for free. So even if you decide to get in, it's going to come at the cost of some percent, my friend.
Exactly. You got to pay a tax to get an approach going on here. But for Omar, like, you got 4 minutes on deck, but it's hard to play that passive game right now, even controlling one side. You have to get the active CQC going. You got to find a way. These grabs are usually how it happens. Reads out on that. Couple the shield dart. Hey, that just means I can combo more.
That's right. And even goes for the one jab into the grab, trying to get a little handsy with them like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that, but I don't love it, though, because unfortunately enough, you're still in the deficit here. You can't get too handsy, especially at the ledge here. We see how dangerous Smash has been and Speed in this matchup. Oh, my God. Goes high instead of going for the ledge. I
think that it's because of what happened last time where he decided to go for the down air. He's going to be able to C4 jump here, and he somehow gets through Kome, who was waiting the whole time after he stalled as much as possible to do it.
That's a rare miss right there from Kome, especially after his performance at Battle of BC. Nice, gets the drag down, doesn't get the final hit right there on there. Usually you see the grab afterwards, decide just to back up, and we see that a lot when the percents get high. Usually that fancier stuff, that grittier stuff that we go for, that puts on more percent, don't got the percent right now to go for it. Got to be safe.
Yeah.
Got to preserve, because I can't eat any more of my own grenades either. So it's pure finesse at this point.
And he's already used his jump, so he's going to be forced to have to air dodge down in towards the stage. But Kome actually ended up reading him going low, so he missed out. This is an opportunity here. Nikita comes through, but shield is on deck. It keeps him going still.
Thought he was going to roll in because Nikita hit the shield. I love that. That was very good. Oh, my goodness. And goes for the back air. Center stage, and it goes back to what I talked about before, the center stage gameplay from Kome. Magnificent. I mean, you brought it up most notably talking about if there's just nowhere to run. I mean, you're not hiding from a character as long as Shulk on a stage like Small Battle. I'm just going to stay right in the middle. You jump through that platform, I got you. You decide to roll in, I'm a down smash or go for a tilt to catch you. There's no universe where you leave out that corner uncontested. I got you in all points.
And now we're at a spot where everything that Omart was doing to win isn't going to be as viable anymore from the jump.
That's
because
right.
you're down 2 games. You can't really afford to play the passive game the whole time. Do you still have to do it? Absolutely, because running in on Shulk is also a bad idea sometimes. But can you afford to play the long game too long? I think that's a big reason why we're going to PS2 again, so he can go for the occasional bursts, but still have the camping playstyle like before and try and trip him up. But Kome is playing way more confident by actually moving up towards him now.
Oh, my God. Well, let's see how it all unfolds right here. Potential final game for Bandit's very own Omart. Kome, of course, been playing this matchup to the T. But you know what, though? The great thing about Snake is that I feel like you never fight the same Snake twice. You know, they always do something just a little bit different just due to their toolkit that can really mix up the flow. So we'll see more room to work with, a lot more real estate here to cover. And nobody covers real estate quite like Snake does. Good standing jab.
True enough. I mean, also, Shulk kind of covered that real estate, too, with that range and Minato sword. He having half the screen, but that's also why he has to be so careful about where he swings. 21% to 79 in favor of Omar. And Omar, you know, I was expecting him to get a little bit more aggressive in positions, but he is still committed to understanding, hey, I have games left. Even though I'm down 2, I have to play the matchup properly, and he's been able to do so far.
He's doing a phenomenal job. It has the Buster on deck here. Of course, Omar staying extremely cautious here, not wanting to be on the receiving end of Shulk while he's going purple, that's for sure. Oh, don't he say, you want to touch that grenade? I like this. Kind of Diddy Kong treatment, keeping him away from his tools. Yeah. Throw that grenade, it doesn't explode. I bet you want to grab it. I bet you ain't going to grab it for free.
Yeah, and Kome also just looking for defensive options, like making him so scared in the skies, trying to force him to go low. And he threw him while he had the grenade. I didn't even realize he had it pulled. And that's going to be Kome going ahead getting essentially a kill throw off of that stock.
Kome right now, 102. Using that speed art right here just to kind of stall him out. Knowing that he has the footwork to just kind of bob and weave in and out between C4 and, of course, these grenades. Nikita in the nukes. That just must be a thing this weekend, Ajax. I'm with it.
Hey, it's been tripping people up. That's a dangerous man. He's got a whole lot of explosives stashed. He ain't worried about no military budget. He's got plenty of access to it.
No, that is facts. That's facts on facts. Okay, he's turning green right now, trying to catch a potential high recovery. That looming threat of Shulk in the jump art has been certainly present here in this match. However, another Nikita hasn't quite been able to find any success with that. I love the way he's been approaching, but more than anything else, he knows, oh my God. Okay, more than anything else, he knows how to force a weird recovery so he can get a KO off the top. I love that for Omart.
Yeah, and it's only, well, actually, I was going to say only 60%, but Kome, once again, with the Buster Monado, like you were saying before, he's been every time he gets access to a punish, he's been using it. That's one of the first air slash punishes we've seen because Omart didn't actually have a grenade behind it for a change.
Of course, we know how scary that is. Very smart right here to switch off of the smash R2. He understands he's going to have to eat a little bit of percent to get back onto the stage. You definitely don't have any sort of anything. You can't take no percent, no sort of knockback when you're in that smash art. Yeah, you might just want to back up, man, because Snake is swinging them normals in a big way, falls with the nair.
I'm a big fan of how Kome's been going for frame traps more often as the set has gone on too, because he's pushing advantage he's pushing advantage where he has. That being said, actually, that damage is kind of creep back up, and with Smash Monado up, yeah, you got to switch out of that. You got to dip, because you're at kill percent yourself.
Yeah, and it's not looking good here anymore. No, my goodness, the traps on deck. Bandage Omart. Oh, even try to go for the backslash, the immediate KO off the Angel platform. I like it. Okay, I don't love it, though.
And people doing it up. Oh my God! Wait a minute. That was kind of smart. So I don't know if I'm reading too deep into it, but he went for the shield, and then instead of staying in shield where he's been getting comboed extra, he goes for the smash to get increased knockback to get a reset of neutral there. That's like one of those affording. I'd rather take this hit.
That's right. One of that, that this for that. Like what am I really losing when I go for some of these options? And I like that. Again, it's just that split-second decision making. But make no mistake, right there, Kome now wasting no time. Catches him when he's recovering, just a little bit awkward, you know what I'm saying? No B reverse off of there, just goes for a straight up recovery. Of course, makes him pay with his stock. So clean stuff. Kome, of course, creeping this one back in, glowing purple. Don't want to be above that up here.
Try to get that damage on as quick as he can. Only 46 or 64% now. Double dash attack though. He's going to be forced to have to go low, and he fades away just far enough, but the late hit in there resets the situation. Omart has a chance here to just actually take him out. It's going to be enough. He already had the jump ripped. And we get another game.
Wow, and Omart playing that one so well. Understand, I got you at the ledge. This is exactly where I need you to be. And is able to rinse and repeat, especially reading the arts a little bit better. I feel like he was kind of handling each art the same way. You just can't do that. When he has shield on deck, obviously the knockback is very different. But he's off stage now. Now you can get creative with the off stage pressure, and I like that. No more Nikita. I'm just going for what I know best at the ledge. You come off that ledge a little bit awkwardly, I'm either going to try to read that get up attack, go for the grab, push you back off stage again, or sometimes that one tap is just all I need to keep you out there.
Also, Kome, I am now more of a fan of you because you not only went and picked music, but you went and picked better music.
Music.
He is going for the Xenoblade power-up. I just saw him go over to the Xenoblade music picks. I don't know them all off the top of my head. I ain't got to act like I know that, but it's better than having us listen to Electroplankton. I can't even call it properly, but we're going to see Battlefield. This is actually the first time I've seen Battlefield in a while, all day. Nobody has been going to Battlefield at all.
Yeah, nobody wants to play on these platforms, and I don't blame them, especially not versus these Snake. But on the same end of things, or no, opposite end of things, excuse me, Snake don't want to be on these platforms, uncomfortably versus a player the caliber of Kome rocking a Shulk. You land it properly, he's going to catch you with nair. And these platforms kind of give off a false sense of security, if you will, versus, somebody like Shulk. Just when you think it's safe to land, boom, short hop something, you're back off your feet again.
I think that's a big part of what we're aiming for here was, feign the idea that you can wave bounce some of those landings onto the high platforms to be fine, and I'm going to cover it. As we're seeing Kome just kind of hover underneath them, so this is similar to PS2 where he had the range to step away, but he also gets to hold advantage while camping you underneath and wait for you to be stupid.
That's right, and that patience might actually come out to help him in. Oh my goodness. At the end of this, as it stands right now, this is kind of a narrative that we've seen play out in the beginning of the set. Omar gets the lead. Of course, Kome gets the lead. Omar has to play a little bit from behind, and then stuff like this happens, kind of catches you slacking. That jump art has kind of been the bane of Omar's existence. Of course, the Buster just to put on good pressure, just the threat. Hey, we can box up close for a little bit. But when it's all said and done, I'm going to turn green, and I'm going to try to close those stocks out.
He held out to that option, too, pretty much from game one, because he got that first stock with it, and then after that, he kind of just would double jump at him, wait for him to do something, and then punish him on the landing after without actually fully committing to it. And Kome now has grenade in hand, though. Okay, luckily he didn't jump. I was going to say, I hope he remembers that he had it in his hand before he goes jumping out there.
That's right, and this is that less is more type of mentality I was talking about before. When he's glowing yellow, just a sour a sour backer. Even if it doesn't KO him, which it probably won't, it still puts him in an awkward spot because now he has to time his up special just a little bit differently. But wow, no art in the world right there can save you right there at that percent. That Nair came through in a big way, ate every piece of that boot and got sent out into the blast zone. Clean stuff here from Omart.
The same thing that we were looking at before. Kome just walking. He's just walking underneath the platforms because there's no reason for him to do anything ridiculous. But the moment he sees Omart jump off the platforms to try and get back down, it's a very easy reaction for him to get these punishes.
Yes, Kome is just in complete control of these platforms at all points of the match. Even if he's not up underneath the platform, you can just stay literally in the middle. And if you jump through, you got to, even if like Nair Forder doesn't hit you, I mean, it is a pretty long move, but you can space around it. You still have to show some respect. But speaking of showing my moves some respect, you know what happens when I turn red, okay? When I turn red, it's time to put these stocks to bed. Clean stuff right here from Kome. Oh,
that was so disgusting the way he did it, too. He had just pressured him with 3 aggressive options in a row, so a defensive choice is going to probably happen there. And usually he grabbed him for a back throw with Smash Monado, finally decided to go for the back air. It was a really good mix-up.
That's right. The mix-ups have just been ever so prevalent here from Kome. Omart right now is going to have to really dig deep to bring this one back. This is quite the deficit. He's getting a little bit closer now, kind of breaking that zone, if you will. I mean, obviously, Shulk, no projectiles, but he is a long character, and there is a zone that you have to try to break. And it ain't easy to do, especially when he's going purple. Again, nothing off the C4, but I like that he has the presence of mind to detonate it just in case you can try to go up there and get him.
Yeah, always going for that shield Monado as well, like at ledge, try and get around the ledge trap. Even if you win the ledge trap, don't matter. I take barely any knockback. I get right back to neutral. Going in, like kind of more often now is Omart to hopefully get something started, but he is facing, once again, a trip to losers if he doesn't figure this out. Currently down two stocks to 1.
Yeah, this is quite the deficit indeed, but going to take a little bit more percent right there, purple. So you know what comes to that, but he's going to switch back over to Shulk, wants to play this one as safely as possible, and oddly enough, we're not seeing a lot of smash art either. I mean, even as he has the lead, even when he gets him like kind of off stage, it's just all jump every time. Oh my God, going as deep as possible, or as high as possible, excuse me. And then does his dance, and I love that down smash in the corner. A tactic that we don't really see as often, but when it comes out, it usually comes out in a big way.
Yeah, especially against Shulk, because almost every other time he's been going for air slash in that spot and delaying it, and that time he forced the air dodge finally out of Kome, and he was prepped for it.
That's right, no air, forcing the air dodge, because typically we'll see like the delay on the up B, and when he's glowing green, you know that he has the delay spacing on deck. He's like, you're not going for any punishes at this ledge, just let me come back. But that time, no up B to save you, down smash is going to have your number. Now, this can certainly go the opposite way here for Kome if he does not figure this out and fast. The longer you let a snake stay alive, the longer time you give them to think. Oh my God.
I was just wondering, when is Omart going to try and go for like the big power play? He tried to catch that forward air, hopefully to connect on him. It did not happen though. He doesn't end up getting the forward air to find that big follow-up. Kome has incredible knowledge of how to deal with this bad matchup. It is a very annoying one, not an undoable one, but an annoying one.
Very annoying.
I know that he's got people like Shogun. I don't know how much they play over there or anything like that,
right,
but
it's a big region.
Yeah, the history shows exactly why he continues to move forward with this character the way he does, because he just got through and played very well against Omart, who's been playing